Alright, today's workout is going to be on the floor. We're going to do an ab combination. So basically the work is going to be focused on obliques, upper abs, lower abs. And the combination is, we're going to start with a warm-up. So it's going to be a diaphragmatic warm-up. And then we're going to move on to doing some classical abdominal exercises and recuperating the work and the pressure we've applied on it by taking it off with vacuums. If you don't know how to do vacuums, check out my tutorial that I have on how to do vacuums. Get your vacuums in. They are fantastic and it's a great way to warm up as well. If you need props, today we're going to work with a little bit of props. So either have something that doesn't weigh too much, just a little bit of extra. That's Scooby over there that wants to. Scooby kind of joins in all my classes, either comes to say hi or yeah, he just likes to be heard sometimes. So make sure you're warm enough. So we're going to be on the floor, so I would advise you to have a long jacket. And also a good trick, like if you want to advance, you want a little bit more weight added on, especially for people that has quite a long waist and shorter legs, sneakers. Just wear sneakers, and that will add on a little bit of weight to your feet for that extra lower ab workout. I have long legs and I have a short waist, so for me it's really not a good idea to do that. Therefore, I am barefoot. Right. So in the beginning, what we're going to do is just do a couple of exercises, diaphragmatic breathing exercises. So what you want to do is really keep your back nice and straight and have that little hollow. We're going to change today with adding the hollow and taking it away. So every time we do an abdominal exercise, you take that little hollow out and you push down into the floor to have that abdominals really activate and start working, and you're going to feel that burning sensation, which is really fantastic. Burn those calories. So we're going to work the outer abs and the inner abs. Today we're working everything. Okay, so you can sit cross-legged and just hold on to your knees and really make sure that you are sitting up straight. And by sitting up straight, it doesn't mean, like, if you feel you're not sitting up straight, then really get those extra bum cheeks out and make sure you're on your sit bones. Since you're at home and nobody can see you, this would be a good opportunity to actually sit up straight. If you can't sit up straight and it's too hard for you, get something to sit on. A cushion is a little bit too soft. Right, so breathing exercises would be concentrating on taking very deep breaths, holding it for a second and then relaxing out, and then breathing in, hold it for a second and really feel how it pushes up here. I can feel like kind of stretch my clavicle bone. Really forcing the air in there, hold it and breathe out super slow. If you're going to start hyperventilating, might get dizzy. So we don't want that. And I just have my arms nice and relaxed. And I really try and open my chest up here, and I try and really push out the air. I'm not breathing in my abs, I'm breathing up here. Another one. Okay, so from here what we're going to do is do vacuum. So you breathe out all the air, you do a vacuum, and then you let go of the vacuum, vacuum, let go of the vacuum, vacuum, let go of the vacuum, without breathing in. That's the trick, without breathing in. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to scoot down like that, lift up my top. Okay, so this is really fantastic exercises that you can do to warm up your diaphragm as well and expand your diaphragm a little bit. And a lot of fighters use this technique to warm up their diaphragm and start training the dosification of how much oxygen they want to use. Breathe in, you can see the expansion. Breathe out. Vacuum. Do that as many times as you can in the vacuum. Change angle a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out. Vacuum. Okay, now I sit and I flex my toes. I push my hands to the base of my palms, behind my knees, fingers up, sit up straight, push my shoulders down, and breathe in and out. Vacuum. If you feel you need to make an adjustment, do it. Breathe out, vacuum. Vacuum. Okay, so that's a good enough warm up for the diaphragm, and actually you can use this warm up for anything. Okay, so let's go down. So I find the mixture of actual different techniques helps me to actually perform better and get better training. So I'm going to leave my long top on because it is rather chilly. Okay, so we're going to activate the lower abs. And to activate the lower abs, you're going to scoot your bum down and really press your lower back into the ground. Separate your knees. I didn't see it there. Okay, there we go. Separate your knees and kind of, well, your feet can do whatever they want basically. And really press your back, lower back in there. And what we're going to do is try and get our knees to our underarms. If you can touch it, very few people can, do it. So if you're like super flexible, you can do it. I can't. So we're just going to go down and really, really press like I'm shaking there. And that means if you're shaking, it's good. Then you're working. So I'm not touching the floor, but I'm going down and then I come up. So my knees are separated the whole time. And then I squeeze and curl in, curl in, curl in, curl in. Hold it. And go back down again. And very slow movements. Like we're just starting out with the abs. Now the diaphragm's warmed up. And then curl, curl, pull, pull in. And try and have your lower abs pulled in. And then let go again. And now what we're doing is we're activating the wrist. And then again, curl in. Relax your feet. And down again. And up we go. Curl in, curl in. And down we go. Just going to give you a different angle of what it looks like. Down you go, up. Curl in. Hold it there. And when you have it, then pull those lower abs in. And then down again. Oh, I can feel that burn. And then come up. So your head's just staying there. I'm not coming up with my head. It's my lower body trying to get to my upper body. Okay? And relax a little bit. Okay. Okay, so some lower body workout. Spread your arms, knees to one side. If you need to make any adjustments at this point, it's a good thing to do. Because your body the blood flow starting to go, the body's starting to wake up. So if you, for instance, a person that has lower back problems, do these twists after every exercise that you do an ab workout. Another time to the other side. And if you need a little bit more, have a leg out. That added weight helps the stretching a little bit. Other side, leg out. And you can really feel it on the T-band. And especially when you have your head go to the other side. Okay, lower back is warming up nicely. And again, I can feel my abs started working. Now I'm going to do a vacuum. So again, now what I do is I take, I'll show you, I'm not pushing that hollow in anymore, so I can actually put my hand in there comfortably, and that's a sign that it's good. So I have my feet flexed, and I'm really pushing my heels down on the ground to activate my legs, but I'm not lifting my bum. And from here, I'm just going to have my hands above my head as if I'm pushing a wall away from me. Breathe in your chest, and out. Nice and easy and slow again. Breathe in. And breathe out, push your shoulders to your waist, vacuum. Breathe in, and out, breathe in again, vacuum. Okay, next exercise. So after each ab training that we're going to do, we're going to recuperate, we're going to do vacuums. So again, now I'm pushing my lower back into the ground again. So doing the ab exercises, you really need to have that lower back down, push down into the ground. Okay? So you're probably going to see me pop up my top several times today. So from here, what I'm going to do is have my feet together, open my knees, and I have my hand like on my abs. Just in the beginning, we're starting out and it's nice and warm, so I'm just hovering my feet and having my knees out. So my attention is really on my feet. And kind of hovering, just staying there a little bit. Now we do some pulses. So just slowly, so my feet are coming up. I'm not concentrating on my knees at all, actually, they're just coming up on their own, but I'm concentrating on having my feet together and have them level, trying to come up. And that really works your lower abs. Every time you come up, you're trying to push your lower back into the ground even more. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Not finished yet. Hold it up there. We had it down there. Now we hold it up there. And now I can add my arms a little bit. Stretch out your neck a bit. Hold it up there. Bring up your feet to the top. Have a nice stretch. Hamstrings. Okay. And again, we go for a little stretch. Open your arms. Go wide. We already did that one. Have your head to one side. Really get a good stretch. Grab onto your leg if you can, because now we should be a little bit more warmed up. Get a nice stretch and really pull down, now up for a little bit of a deeper twist. And other side. Grab onto the leg, pull it up, and make sure your shoulders down. But actually twisting your head in the opposite direction, you're adding more weight. So we're going to do the same. Heels down, and again, I'm now creating that space in the back. So I want to open my rib cage as that comes up. Really push your heels down. Knees are not together, they're separated. And from here, we're going to have our arms out. So really put your elbows down, have your hands facing each other, and from here, go down. Some people might not touch the floor, but you get a good stretch in there. You can really feel that stretch. Push your shoulders down, breathe in. Open your jaw. Back in. Push those heels down and really reach for the walls on the opposite sides. Breathe in. And out. Back in. Okay, next one. This one is a killer, actually. So you can actually use your prop, either a ball or a prop, put it behind your head. So the top part is done. We're not training that. That is finished. We're concentrating on the lower part. So the lower part's pretty important. That's why we stretched out a little bit before. So now again, your lower back is really going into the floor, and we stay there and stretch out your legs a little bit. So if you can grab behind your legs, maybe a little bit lower, get a nice stretch in there. Maybe you want to stretch one and then the other one, just to straighten it out, those legs. We try and have our legs as straight as possible. Okay, so from here, I'm just being relaxed, and I'm just relaxing my arms. If you're a person that comes and push up, then have your pinkies, because that's the weak one, and that avoids you from pushing up. Or if you'd like to have your hands here, have your hands here. And it's a good thing for you people, and for me included. I like to have my hands here, my fingers on my abs, to feel how much I'm activating my abs, and it brings the tension there as well. Okay? So from here, we're just going to swap our legs one side to the other side. And we're flexing our feet, and we're just going down low. Careful with your lower back, push in, push in. Don't go too low if you can't. I don't hover above the floor because of these long legs of mine. Okay, go down, stay there for a couple, and come back up. If you want to have your arms out, have your arms out. Stay down there, long legs. So try and lock your knees, and it should shake, and then come back up again. Okay, now we point our toes. Have our calves working a little bit, and come back up. Woo. Nice stretch at the top, and go down again. Squeeze, 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 and come back up. And now you take the prop out, flex your feet, sit up, really push that lower back down. Same thing, flex your feet, going down. Now we're adding upper abs to the lower abs. And come back up, and have your toes like showing outward. And go back down, flex your feet, long legs. And come back up. And one more time, go down. Whew. Okay, if you need to readjust, grab with your legs, adjust, get the lower back down. Put your toes, same thing. And go down. And come back up. And back down. Long legs. Come back up. And down. And come back up. Grab onto your legs. Get a nice stretch. Flex your feet. Hold it and stretch a little bit more. You can have your bum lift up a little bit. It's a nice stretch that you get at the back of your legs. Okay? Whew. And just stay there, hang out for a bit and stretch it out a little bit. Okay, make sure your back is really stuck down hard. All we can do is swap legs. Now the trick here is, for you guys that are like, okay, this is hurting a little bit too much, don't push it. If you're feeling, okay, the abs are working, try and build on it and not have them suffer too much. So what we're going to do is swap legs. Have the lower leg, so legs are straight, have the lower leg down. The lower leg is pointing, the upper leg's flexing. So we're stretching this one. Come up, take your leg at the top, and when you put it down with your elbows to the side, come up as well. So really scooping that out, the lower abs, and pull it up with your hands, but also I'm doing it with my abs. Pull up, come back down, swap legs. The one down there points because I'm stretching one side, and this one is pulling towards my face. Straight legs, pull up, swap, flex, point, pull up, swap, flex, point, pull up, swap, flex, point, pull up, swap. When I'm swapping, I'm not touching. Flex, point, pull up, swap, flex, point, pull up, swap, flex, point, pull up. One more time. Swap, flex, point, pull up. Each side. One more time. Flex, point, pull up. Legs down. And relax a little bit. You can move your lower back a little bit, just to get some movement going. And this time, again, we're going to flex our feet, but we're going to do an add-on. So we're going to do the same movement, but instead of having our arms out here, we're going to have 45 degrees up, which opens your chest quite a bit. So make sure you have that hollow in there. I'm going to show you again, lift the top. And this would be good if you have a mirror, have it next to you so you can see what's happening with the vacuums, and make sure you have that. You can put your hand in your back. So I'm pushing down with my heels, I have my arms up, my shoulders are not hunching up, they're actually pushing away towards my waist. I'm going to breathe in, breathe out, do a vacuum, and then very, 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 very slowly lift up one leg, bend my knee, lift it up, and then push my heel to the top. I can't straighten my legs, so you shouldn't be able to either. Get a nice stretch, breathe out, vacuum. Try and reach for the corners of the walls. Again, breathe in. Press down with your heels. Vacuum. Another one on each side. Breathe in again. Shoulders to your waist. Vacuum. If your fingers are starting to tingle or they're sleeping, bring them down to your shoulder height, because then you're cutting off the blood flow actually. And try not to stretch that much. Vacuum. The trick here is to be very careful that you don't do that, so you're not taking that space in your lower back away when you lift up your leg, because it's very easy and we don't want to lose that. We're actually trying to stretch up, and that vacuum is going to help that stretching as well. Okay, so from here we're just going to do an old classic come up. So you have your legs more or less like pretty close to you, actually to your bum. And just sit up for a bit. So now we did the upper abs, we did the diaphragm, we did the lower abs. Now we're going to do a little bit of the upper abs. And this is just a normal crunch. Again, like we've always explained with the crunches, I have my knees a little bit separated. I'm really pushing in my lower back into the ground. And I'm trying as if I have like a nice juicy peach. And they're sticky, aren't they? Have you ever had a watermelon and peach fight in summer? Ugh. Especially when they're rotten and gets pretty sticky. We had them around the pool. And yeah, you burn pretty bad in the sun as well from the peaches. So don't squish it. Imagine you have a peach underneath your chin. So we don't want to be doing that at all, okay? Because then you're not working your abs either. So I kind of just stay here with my hands here. And then from here, since my legs are pretty close to me, I'm just going to go from one side. Now be very careful that you're not lifting the other shoulder. So I'm not actually doing twisting to the side. I'm just actually making this part of my body shorter, stay there for a bit. Now I come back to the center and I go to the other side. And as I breathe out, notice how you feel there, it gets tight. Okay, to the side, breathe in and breathe out, and then notice that. And go a little bit further actually when you breathe out. To the center, one side, breathe. As you breathe out, a little bit further. And the other side, breathe out, a little bit further. And come back down. So it might hurt your neck. If it does hurt your neck, you can have your hands behind your head, but then make sure you're lifting your chin. So I look up that way, top and that way. Okay, so I'm lifting up and I can feel the look of my head. So I have these 4 fingers right underneath my head, and that's literally, only that is touching my neck, nothing else. The rest is like in my head. Okay? So from here, pull up, and the more you actually lift your shoulders, the more your abs are going to activate. So pull up, one hand to the side, go to one side, hold it there, breathe out a little bit further, and back to center. Swap hands, only 4 fingers to the look of the head, over to the other side, breathe in, as you breathe out a little bit more, other side. 2, 3, get some rhythm going. Always to the sides, remember to go to the side and not up. Do a couple more. Only 4 finger underneath the head. Promise you're going to be sore tomorrow. If you haven't worked your abs in a long time, you will be anyway. And relax down. Stretch it out a little bit, like relax your feet down. And what you do is you try and reach up. Deep breaths. Okay. Again, a couple of vacuums. This time we're going to do the same, but 2 legs. So make sure if you do pull up your top, you can see I was like doing this with my top, because I didn't want to bunch it up underneath my back. So I don't want to cause displacement. So I'm actually trying to align and recuperate the pressure I'm putting, like doing abdominal exercises puts a lot of pressure on your pelvic area. That pressure has to go somewhere, and especially with ladies after pregnancy, the perineal area very weak. So what you want to do is do an ab, recuperate, do abs, recuperate. And vacuums, that's the only way you can actually lower the pressure. And the method I teach is low pressure fitness, meaning that we lower the pressure. Okay, so we're going to do, I have that little gap going, and I have my feet really pushing down into the floor to activate my legs. I'm going to do the first one with my arms up here. Okay, again I'm pushing away from myself, shoulders to my waist. I'm going to raise one leg, and then I'm going to raise the other leg in one vacuum. So we have to concentrate a little bit more on not losing that vacuum, which means you need more control if you do lose it, and practice more vacuums. Breathe in and out. Easy on the breathing out. Vacuum. That was 2. And last one. Okay. More. Now, again, push your lower back into the ground, into the floor. And these ones, I think they're Superman swims. You kind of have to start calling things names when you have to invent stuff. So these ones, basically what I'm doing is I'm grabbing in, I have my hands right next to me, and then I do a Superman and I swim. Oops. Okay? And then I come back up here, so I'm really squeezing up. If you can touch your forehead to your knees, then do so. That's pretty advanced though. So just arms straight out, and I do Superman, and I swim. And Superman, that's 3, right? Or 2, don't remember. Push down on the lower back. To your sides. Oh. Working it all together. A couple more. Whew. Wow. And come back down. Woo! Yeah. I quite like that because it activates everything. It just connects everything. Just from side to side a little bit. For any adjustments that needs to happen. Other side again. And again to the other side. And come back up. And this time we're going to do a different one. So you're going to scoot your right leg down there, straighten it, put your left ankle under the ankle, over your right ankle, flex your feet, and then bring your leg up just a tad. Then look at your left hand, put your right hand on top of it, so it's not that way around, but the other way around, okay? And then put your hands above your head, open your shoulders, away from your ears, breathe in, and out. Make sure you have the curvature. We're doing vacuum, so move your hips. Breathe in and out. And vacuum. Breathe in and out again. Vacuum. Breathe in as you breathe out. Swap legs. Leg down, left leg down. If you don't remember, straighten that leg. Put the right ankle on top, flex your feet, pull it up a little bit, then you look at the back of your right hand, put the left one on top, boom, above your head, elbows flexed, breathe in and out, vacuum. Another one. Breathe in, out, vacuum. Breathe in and out. Okay, so last one. Last one. Push down, push in again. Bring your heels nice and close to your bum and really push down hard. And get your prop. Okay, so we're going to have the prop. Go back, go to the side, really crunch. If you want to touch your toes, if you can touch the toes. So this hand can be up here or it can be up here if it's too hard. If you want it to be more work, then have it back here. Come back, take it back to the front. So we kind of swinging around. And come back, around the moon. And really like crunch to the side and a little bit up this time. So we're doing the sides, obliques, transverse muscles. Keep that peach under your chin without squishing it. I think I'm hitting something. No, I think I was there. Try not to go too fast, but do get some kind of rhythm going. Woo, you can feel those out. And come back down and let's twist it out a little bit. This time, grab your knees, really pull in and kind of hug yourself and squeeze your knees in. Okay, let go of the right knee and pull the left one to your armpit, so it's not right to your chest, but a little bit to one side. And maybe you can massage that hip flexor a little bit and really flex the other foot and kind of straighten it and push it down to the floor and pull the left knee up. Oh, yeah, that's a good massage at the hip, because that bone sticks right into the muscle. So the hip flexor, so you can give it a nice hold there. Bring the other knee up, the right knee, let the left knee go down, leg. And really pull hard on that right knee, and you can feel when you have it up to your chest, it's like you can't really have it up that well, but you have it a little bit to the side. Then you can actually feel that hip flexor pushing in, and straighten that left knee and try and get it down to the floor. Get a nice stretch there. Okay. And then we're going to do rock the baby, like they say. And you can understand why. I mean, we should do this all the time actually. This just feels great. So I would hold onto my heels. Yoga, they hold onto their toes. I prefer holding onto my heels and flexing my feet, because especially here I can really pull down on my arms hard, and I can actually feel those hip flexors getting another little massage there, because when we do ab exercises we do use our hip flexors as well. So they do need a bit of a massage, and they're very important. And then I kick out diagonally, get a little bit of a hamstring stretch in there, and then I relax my arms and I really kick out. And get a nice arm stretch as well. That's nice. Okay. Woo. Let go of that. Have your feet down again. Put your arms, elbows on the floor. So be very careful that you don't go too high. We don't want to be flying. So it's shoulder height. or maybe even a little bit lower. If it's hard for you, have your hands facing each other. Go back down. Oh, get a nice stretch in there. Push your shoulders down to your waist. Breathe in. Nice and deep. And out. Open mouth. Vacuum. Make sure you have that little hollow in your lower back. If not, move your hips. Breathe in. Drop your jaw. And vacuum. And come up to a seated position. You can sit cross-legged if you want, or you can sit on your knees if you like. Either way, it's fine. We're just going to stretch our sides because we were actually doing stretches. The obliques as well we were training, so reach to one side and try not to collapse on yourself. Oh, and I can feel the side stretching, and that's what you want. You want the focus being on the side. And to the other side. Woo! That's quite nice. Oh yes. Try and stack your shoulders. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Again, to the other side. And it's good for your back as well. But that's why we need our shoulders stacked. And again, the other side. Woo! Oh, this is one of my favorite trainings actually. Try to do this workout or combinations of it at least once a week. And you feel really like straight and strong in your core. And especially if you have, at the moment I have a leg injury, so this is a nice complement to work the rest of your body. Alright, now it's off to have a good day. Give me a like, and if you have any questions, shoot them my way. More ab workouts maybe, or more vacuums. Bye everybody.